Hey guys, it's Jim here from Crypto Jim again. In this short video today, I wanted to tell you about a true story that happened very recently. As you may know, I was living abroad outside of the UK since 2009. And in 2009, I actually went into York city centre in the UK, and I opened a bank account with HSBC, and I just dropped £20 in there, which isn't a lot, but I just wanted to open a bank account. And then I decided to move abroad, and I left that £20 in that account. Now, last week I moved back to the UK, and I went back to that bank just out of interest. I thought, do I still have an account here? And I said I left £20 in it in 2009, and they said, okay, let me check, put my details into his computer.
Computer says no.
And he says, yes, but the account has been put on hold, or something is made dormant because you haven't used it. And I said, all right, it's okay. And how much is in there now? Have I accrued any interest? And he said, yeah, you've got 44 pence interest. So my £20 since 2009, which is 15 years now, isn't it? I earned 44 pence in interest. Now, factor in inflation. £20 15 years ago would buy you a lot more than £20 would buy you today. So actually, it's only worth about £10 in 2009 money. And I thought, what would have happened had I known about Bitcoin when it was less than $1? Let's say it was just $1. In 2011, in February 2011, Bitcoin reached $1 for the first time. Now, that's a dollar. I'm talking pounds, so slight difference. But let's say it was $20 that we were talking about. Imagine if I had not put that $20 into the bank, and I had decided to put that $20 into Bitcoin and just leave it, right? What would we have? All right, $20 times $70,000. All right, so let's have a look. Little calculator. Get my calculator up here. All right, $20 times 70,000 equals $1.4 million. Now, does that sound like a massive difference compared to 44 pence? Pence, that's like cents in the UK. 44 pence in 15 years, losing money because of inflation, now actually only worth about £10 or $10, or, you know, $12, $13, whatever it may be. Can you imagine if I had put in £20 or $20 into Bitcoin in even 2011, which is, you know, it's not 15 years ago, it's 13 years ago. Can you imagine the difference? I would be a millionaire now from £20. So, what's the moral of this story? It is, don't leave your money in the bank, guys. Invest it. Yeah? You could get into Bitcoin now and it could go down a bit for a year, and then it could go up again and you could double your money in a year or so. You know, it just makes no sense to leave money in a bank account these days. And it would actually work out far better for you if you were to put your money in crypto. Not all of it. I'm not saying you should go all in on crypto. You should diversify a little bit, you know. If you've got if you've got £1,000 or dollars in your bank account and you're expecting that to be, woohoo, I'll make some interest on that. Well, look at my experience there. 44 pence in 15 years. Are you kidding me? Right? And it's actually worth less. So the second moral of this story is US dollars, British pounds, all fiat currency is worth less, worthless. All right. The only way you are going to get rich is by being smart with your money and not leaving it in the bank. Buy property, buy stocks and shares and bonds and diversify yourself. Instead of just trying to get rich by stacking your fiat currency in a bank, think about inflation. Think about the cost of living going up and up and up all the time. You've got to outpace that. And one way you can do that is with crypto. And you can do that in an automated way. And that is with a trading bot such as Cryptohopper, which I use. Now, in 2020, I turned $630 into $25,000 with Cryptohopper. All right, and that was while I was making lots of mistakes and while I was taking dribs and drabs of money out. All right, and I plan to do a similar thing this time around, but with more money. Instead of 630 to start with, I've started with more. And guys, moral number 3 is, if you want to get set up with Cryptohopper with a good strategy that should get you over time, if you spread it long enough, 1.05% per day compounded. That is very powerful. And can you show you how we do the compounding? Let me just scroll out a little bit so it's the right size. All right. So imagine you start off with $1,000 or £1,000, 1,000 yen, whatever. All right, and you get a daily interest rate. This is interest on this site, but it's the same difference. Profit. You get a daily profit of 1.05% compounded daily on average. You won't get that every day. Sometimes you get 0% days, and then other days you'll get 5%. All right, but over time, if you take all those numbers and you calculate them, you average them out to 1.05. That's what I've been getting. All right. Now, even just 0.5% is pretty good, but there's a massive difference adding that 0.55% on top of that. 0.5%. Now, let's go for 2 years on this, which is 730 days, yeah? And we're going to reinvest the whole amount, all right? And we're going to include weekends, and we're going to calculate that. All right. There's what's possible, all right? By compounding is very, very, very powerful, all right? Another way to prove the power of compounding is to get yourself your calculator up on your screen, or in your hand if you've got a physical one, or in your phone. All right, let's say we take £1,000 or dollars or whatever, and we add 1.05% to that, which is $10.50, and then we add another 1.05% to that. Can you see it growing? Plus 1.05%. Can you see it growing? All right, so now what are we up to? We're up to $31 profit in 3 days. All right. That is how you do that calculation. But basically this website here does it for you. And you can actually see after a month you would be up to $14-ish per day in profit on average, guys. Remember, sometimes you get 0% days, sometimes you get 5% days, sometimes you get 1% days, sometimes you get 0.5% days, but you never get negative. You don't lose, because you're never ever using a stop loss, and you're never ever panic selling. All right, you're using DCA with my bot. So after month one, you've turned 1,000 into $368 profit. Very nice. That $368 more than covers the cost of the bot, even the hero plan. All right. Now, after 2 months, what are we looking at? All right. So we're looking at $871 profit. That's keeping in mind that you've not taken anything out. All right. And keeping in mind also that this 1.05% per day will fluctuate. You'll get 0% days, 2% days, 3% days, 5% days sometimes, 90 days. Let's have a look. So you're up $1,560 after 3 months. Hello? Is this better than putting your money in the bank? 120 days is 4 months. We're up by $2,502. And now we're making around $36 per day. You see this number is climbing because it's working out. After this point here, the next day it's adding 1.05% on top of this, which equals $34.18. And you add that $34.18 to that number there, and you get $3,289.50. And then you add another 1.05% to this, and you end up with a slightly bigger number. See how the numbers are growing slightly? And that would be in the perfect scenario where you get exactly 1.05% every single day. But that does not happen. It is an average. All right. So if we go to 6 months, which is what, 182 days? All right. Am I right? 182? We're up to nearly $70 per day profit. And you've grown that 1,000 up to $6,692, or pounds or yen or whatever you started with. And as you can see, that's a massive return in 6 months versus the bank. Banks are a proper scam, guys. What a scam. All right, 365 days, where are we up to? So that's 1 year. All right. And we're up to 45,262. Let's get up to 2 years. You see the numbers growing? Look, you eventually get, where do you get your first $1,000 profit? All right. Day 438, we've cracked $1,000. You could get to that $1,000 faster depending on how many big days you've had in the past, because that gives you a boost. If you get 5% profit on top of this instead of the 1.05, that will give you a quick boost. All right. But conversely, if you get 0% on this day because the market's down, well, obviously that number is going to carry over exactly to the next day. And maybe you get 5 0% days in a row. And that will have an impact on your growth. All right. But if you average it out, 1.05%, which is doable with my secret sauce, which is available to you for signing up for Cryptohopper by using my link below this video. All right, so you're looking at, in the perfect scenario, $2 million from $1,000, or £2 million from £1,000. Will you get that? Probably not. But if you can get even half of that, or a quarter of that, or even 10% of that, what's 10% of 2 million? It's 200,000. Hello? Are you getting this, guys? You have to get your money out of the bank, guys. Stop thinking that putting money in the bank is going to make you rich. You ain't getting rich, sir. You are losing money putting the money in the bank. All right. So anyway, back to Cryptohopper. This is Cryptohopper, and I started a new strategy yesterday. As you know, it was the swing trading strategy working on the daily candles, and it's only bought one position. It's a slow and steady strategy, and as I said in my video yesterday, this test is only in fake money bot, which is a paper trading bot. It's for testing. All right, and I started that at 12:30, and the time is now almost 10:30 the next day. So it's not even 24 hours yet, but it's about 22 hours. And as you can see, even that one position is like 1.5% down since it bought 21 hours ago. And, you know, just testing it out. This isn't the secret sauce. This is something else, guys. I'm always testing other strategies. Now, I will see you again either in the secret sauce. Click that link, all right, below the video. It's free for anybody. And I've just opened my YouTube channel. Just click on that first link there. Yeah. And you can get your hands on Cryptohopper through my link. I'll get a tiny commission. You will get the secret sauce for free, and my help on Skype and Telegram. Got the new Telegram group. It's starting to grow now. I think there's about 15 people in there. And you can even click that link there. Put pinned comment. All right. So that video there is me setting up the bot that I just showed you there. All right, and that's the results up to now. So that bot really, because it's such a slow moving swing trading strategy using the daily candles, it's going to take a long time to play out and start seeing some decent profits, because it is a slow moving strategy. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to let that bot continue, because I can't wait weeks and weeks before making a new video. Do you know what I mean? I like to make a quick video, let the bot run for 24 hours, 72 hours or something like that, and then show the results on YouTube. But this one, I would have to wait at least a week to show some results. So I don't think I'll continue using this one, but go ahead and try that out on your paper trading bot to see how well it does for you. All right, so leaving your money in the bank versus investing in crypto, or even the stock market or something else, you know. The bank is a bad idea. And if you're thinking long term, especially, you know, what's Bitcoin going to be at 10 years from now, 15 years from now? Let me look at this. If you put this on the monthly, all right. We draw a trend line coming up there. It's like a trend line coming up. All right, so maybe the next top will be about, I don't know, could be 90,000, could be 100, could go up more, could come up. But eventually, you know, we're going to be seeing Bitcoin up at $1 million. Eventually. I'm not saying I know when. Eventually, it will go to $1 million, and you will wish you had got in at 70,000, just like I wish I'd got in at $1. All right. Moral of the story, guys: don't leave your money in the bank. Get started, at least, you know, with a little bit of money in Cryptohopper. I would start with minimum $500. Can you get good results with $500? Quite reasonable. All right, just over $1 million in 2 years. Even if you got 10% of that, $100,000. That's pretty nifty, isn't it? Even if you got 5% of it, you know, $50,000, $500 to $50,000 in 2 years. It's probably not going to happen because, you know, will the bull market last for a full 2 years? I don't think it will. I'm thinking tops it'll be 18 months, maybe as short as 12 months. I really don't know. All right, but it's better to be in crypto than not in crypto. Do you get what I'm saying? All right, learn all about it. Link below the video, guys. If you don't know how to trade, use Cryptohopper. I'll help you get set up if you use that link there. All right, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. All right, I'll see you again in the next video. Take it easy. Oh, like, comment, subscribe, of course. Bye bye, guys.